What is up, FazeBush fam? And today I built a village. So if you want to see that, make sure to stick around to the end and we'll get right to it. Peace. And with that, that's the first building done. I'm going to slap some details and I'll get back to you. Adding the last finishing touches and then we'll move on to the next build. This is the grid for the next house. I will get back to you guys when this is done. I did end up adding another log beam here, so figured I'd come on and tell you. And with that, that's the frame finished. Let's go ahead and slap some detail. I'll get back to you guys. While editing, I did realize I lost the other bit of me building that house. You're not missing much, so I'll just throw a picture up on the screen of what the finished product looked like and we'll move on to the next build. The next thing I wanted to build was a well, so here's me grabbing all the materials for that. After I grabbed my materials, I was off to a quick nap. When I woke up, I panicked because I realized I had a well to build. Before I built the well, I did some terraforming. And by some terraforming, I mean I went around the whole lake, the pond, whatever you want to call it. I then decided to build a bridge, which I think turned out awesome, but we'll touch back on this as it's not completed. I then had to terraform some more, and after I was done terraforming, it was time to start constructing the well. And then boom, just like that, it's done. Gosh, I love editing. After I was done building the well, I realized that the bridge was missing something. So, we'll probably just cut to the finished project. It's pretty easy. Once I was done with this side, yep, you guessed it, I did the same exact thing to the other side. I then made sure to make it connected so that grass would grow. Thought it would look a little better. I then terraformed a spot for another building. This was the grid for the next building. I had an idea for a blacksmith building in mind. So yeah. While building the frame, I ran out of wood. So I ran to the closest forest and used the tree cultivator mod. Big shout out to whoever made that mod. It's a lifesaver. Once I got home, I continued construction. After I built the frame, I went through and placed all the walls. I then built this corner out to have some sort of support in a sense. I then added some fences. These do get changed around a little bit in the end though. I then went through and added all the windows. I then went around and placed all the cobbled deep slate slabs I had. I then crafted all the cobbled deep slate I have into slabs and took off to the mine. And yes, I forgot how to craft them. Once I was in the mine, I collected all the cobbled deep slate I would be needing. I then grabbed iron because I needed some cauldrons. While looking for the way out, I found some more iron, so I grabbed it. I also remembered I needed some dripstone. While I was down there, I also found a mob spawner, which is awesome. Let me know in the comments if you guys want me to do something with it. When I made it back to the surface, it was dark, so I went to bed. Once it was morning, I was off to finish the roof. I then went through and placed all the slabs to stop us from seeing the top of the ceiling and all the other sort of little extra details around the outside. By the time I got to this point, the village was really starting to come together, and I was pretty happy with the results, but I decided to continue to add details, which you'll see later. The next thing I decided to do was get the dripstone and cauldrons working, and believe me, this took a embarrassing amount of time. Not a ton of time, but a couple more minutes than it should have. While I was terraforming and getting rid of the grass bridge, a creeper decided to give me a freaking heart attack. I then went around and placed lanterns on the new villager house. And when I was doing that, a skeleton decided to give me a hard time. I then wanted to go through and add some glowstone behind some leaves. I figured it'd be a cool kind of effect. And I also noticed that I wasn't recording audio that whole time. So, thank Editor John, but yeah. I then went through and added pathways and little lights. And man, did this build really come together. As Builder John finishes up the last couple details here, I would like to thank all 22 of my subscribers. You guys are awesome. And if you guys did enjoy this, make sure to let me know and maybe subscribe if you're wanting to. But anyways, that's enough yap from me, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.